In a significant development allowing the state government as well as the victims' petitions challenging the Sessions Court's order, the Kerala High Court today cancelled author and social activist Civic Chandran's anticipatory bail in a sexual harassment case. Justice A. Badharudeen passed the order today. Essentially, the Kerala state government and the de facto complainant in this case had approached the High Court challenging the anticipatory bail granted to Writer-Activist Civic Chandran, arguing that the order is against the spirit of the special law enacted for prevention of atrocities against the people belonging to the ST-SC community. Civic Chandran had been booked in a sexual harassment case punishable under various provisions of the Indian Penal Code as well as the SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act of 1999. During the course of the investigation, Chandran had sought anticipatory bail, and despite the objection from the prosecution as well as the victim, the pre-arrest bail was granted by the concerned trial court. The prosecution case is that back in February, the de facto complainant, who is a Dalit writer, had organized a function in connection with the publication of her book at Nandi. After the function, the accused had allegedly sexually assaulted the complainant by kissing the backside of her neck without her consent. The accused had outraged the modesty of the survivor with the knowledge that she belonged to the scheduled caste, according to the police. It is important to note that the same Sessions Court had also granted anticipatory bail to Chandran in another sexual harassment case in which it had been alleged that he had made sexual advances towards the de facto complainant, who was a young female writer, and had tried to outrage her modesty in a camp conveyed at Nandi Beach back in February 2020. While granting anticipatory bail, the Sessions Court had observed that the offence under Section 354A of the Indian Penal Code, that is outraging the modesty of a woman, is not prima facie attracted when the woman was wearing a sexually provocative dress. This controversial observation had, however, later been set aside by the Kerala High Court. Both these orders have been subjected to severe criticism, especially the Sessions Court remark that the offence under Section 354A of the Indian Penal Code is not prima facie attracted when the woman was wearing a sexually provocative dress. A single bench of the Kerala High Court had earlier this month, while disposing of the two petitions moved by the state as well as the de facto complainant against this particular anticipatory bail order to Civic Chandran, had observed that even though the reason shown by the court below for granting anticipatory bail cannot be justified, however, the High Court had observed that the remarks in the impugned order regarding the controversial sexually provocative dress of the victim remark could not be sustained, and therefore the High Court had expunged it. Thank you. I'm Aratrika Bhaumik for LiveLaw. Keep watching LiveLaw for more such updates.